This brings us into our last couple of questions here, but we have, the MAO formula, the maximum allowable offer. What's the formula that we use to determine our maximum that we want to pay on a property? And what we do is I take the after repair value. So say a house, and I have an example here on the next slide. I take the after repair value, I times it by 70%, and I'm going to minus out my repair costs. So if you look at this, here's an example. So say that a house, when it's done and beautiful, ready to go on the market, is going to be $100,000 house. So I'm going to times that by my 70%, and that gives me $70,000. That's my all-in number. That's buying it and rehabbing it. Again, this is a rule of thumb. If it's 72, if it's 67, whatever, it's a rule of thumb, and it's all based on your level of comfort. And I know I don't want to exceed $70,000 buying it and rehabbing it, because that $30,000, what do you think that is? To be your profit, your holding costs, whoops, I ran into this issue. So, and let's assume that there's $20,000 in repairs that it needs. So I'm going to take my $70,000, I'm going to minus my repairs, $20,000. That means my maximum allowable offer is going to be $50,000. Say they have a mortgage on it of $70,000. That is not going to be a good deal unless we can maybe help them renegotiate. Maybe we can do like a short sale on it, which that's going to be another conversation down the road. If they have some money they can bring to the table, there's some other things that we could potentially do, or have them maybe, sell it to a subject to, and we can assume their mortgage. So there's some other things that we could do that would make it attractive to us. But the maximum allowable offer that we want to offer on that particular property is going to be $50,000. And so that's why it's important to know what those repair numbers are, because that's going to help us determine. And we also want to be very good at knowing what our after repair value is, pulling comps, having a good agent help us pull comps, because we need to know what that property is going to sell for realistically. A big mistake that new investors make is they overestimate what it's going to sell for. So they think, oh, I know all the other houses are selling for $150, but mine's going to be a whole lot nicer. Mine's going to at least sell for $170. And then you have comps at $150, nothing at $170. And then you think, oh, the repairs won't be that much. And then they underestimate the repairs. And then you have a property that you won't sell it as high for. You go over budget on repairs, and then you don't have a good deal. And then you hate real estate. So make sure that you're very, very diligent at these numbers. Don't convince yourself that a deal is a deal.